feels like it's the end-all be-all for us, just because we put so much time and effort into it. But just everything that they talk about, all the cliches about the Trojan family and all, whatever it is, the fight on and all that stuff. I mean, it's real stuff, and it's just about the people here and the relationships you build with people.
Thanks, Chris. Now, this is a really tough question.
Yeah.
But everybody else is wearing a high school jersey. What's the real scoop on that? You're not, there's no survey.
Oh no! I mean, if I had it, I would have worn it. It's at home.
Where'd they get it? They have.
So I guess they had it on them.
Yeah.
I guess it was a senior tradition back in the day.
I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
I've been here a long time. I don't remember it.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been here longer than I went to high school. So this is a little more valid of a jersey, anyways. You know what I'm saying? So.
When you run down that tunnel, like you said, you've been here longer. You were in high school. Do you ever give it a thought about what am I actually going to be feeling when I run down that tunnel? This is it.
No, I mean, you think about it, the moment and stuff like that, but obviously, there's no way to simulate it or to think about it.
It's just something you reflect upon afterwards.
Yeah, I think it is. It's just, it's for real this time. It's like.
You've seen the other guys do it.
Exactly. So. Yeah. I've seen my classmates kind of leave, and obviously now it's our turn. But it's just reminds you of everything that I was here for, and the 2 years that I was able to be on 2 Rose Bowl teams, and here we are kind of taking it for granted, thinking it's going to happen every year, and then it's like, gosh, we give an arm and a leg to be in a Rose Bowl now. So, but just a whole lot of wisdom that I've gotten. I've had the opportunity to play under about 40 of the greatest college football coaches, really. Everything I've learned from Joe Barry and Coach Norton and Coach Carroll and Coach Kiffin and all these different guys.
When you have that many coaches, what do they all seem to have in common? The knowledge of the game or the way they present it?
It's just. I would say that it's just the way that they, just commit their lives to the sport. It's almost like freaky in a sense, to where, honestly. That's why not everyone can do it, or some people can do it, but they're not going to be necessarily successful. There's a whole lot of coaches out there that talk the talk, but don't necessarily walk the walk.
Did you feel like when you were in high school, you thought, how do these guys give their lives to survive football? And now you come here and it's like,
no, it's nothing like, high school is one deal. Although I did have, the opportunity to play for a high school coach who was, about as college coach as it gets. But here these guys are, when you add the recruiting aspect to it, these guys are spending, 340 days a year.
Right.
Just in ball,
right.
and they're spending the night in the office, and they just don't budge.
You never see yourself doing that?
Oh, I could. No, absolutely. No, for sure.
Would you like to coach afterwards if it doesn't work out?
Yeah, absolutely.
High school or college level?
I'm not sure. It's fortunately and unfortunately, I've seen some dark sides of the game.
Exactly.
So
certainly you can speak to that.
I would definitely take a break from it before I would, probably.
Would you like to go to Survey?
I would love to coach high school. Someday.
Because it's the purest form.
Yeah.
There's no politics.
No. Exactly. Now to make a living, college would be fun too.
Yeah.
So.
The little difference there, the dollars and cents.
Yeah,
I can speak to that.
Yeah. So, but.
Is there anything left that you want to accomplish in your final game? Any goals that you haven't gotten to yet?
Just 5-0 against UCLA. That'd be awesome. There's nothing more you can really ask for that. Obviously last week kind of made our win at Notre Dame and Cal look like nothing really.
Was that the biggest win since you've been here, the Oregon game?
It's up there with Ohio State, I think. Yeah, Ohio State, I think, was pretty darn big for us.
Which one was more intense, in your opinion?
The Oregon game, for sure. It's just, when I check my cell phone at the end of that game and the amount of older guys that texted me, it's like, those guys understand how hard it is to go win up there. And I think as big of a game as the media is going to make it, and all these analysts, and they still don't understand what it takes to go up to Autzen and beat that team, you know, in their place where they're the best. I mean, they're just such a great program and stuff like that. So it was a huge win for us, for sure.
You guys look like really confident, though. I mean, is this something that's been built in the Notre Dame game, the Cal game that you mentioned? Has that kind of built it up to the point where you do go into other people's buildings and just feel comfortable?
You know, I think I like to sort of explain it like, you know, I mean, people talk about our record. 9-2 obviously is a great record. You know, and people, you know, if we played ASU now, maybe things would be different. But I truly think that if we had never lost to ASU, I don't think we would have won some of the games that we did. And also, if we would have never lost to Stanford and, you know, kind of proven to ourselves that we can play with, you know, some of these big-time programs and compete with guys like Andrew Luck and as a unit, you know, as a team and put a complete game together, I don't, you know, who knows, you know, if we would ever beat Oregon or what would happen. So.
Did you remember how young were you with the 2002 team? Did they kind of turn it around and they had a couple of early losses and then got to Carson Palmer, you know, team that
I was like 12.
You were 12.
Yeah,
if you followed that team at all.
I did, but I can just, you know, sort of remember Carson Palmer and Troy Polamalu. That's about it.
Do you feel any emotions right now?
You know, I mean, obviously, I think it'll be bittersweet a little bit leaving, but you know, I'm the type of guy that, you know, like I said, I've committed here when I was about the end of my sophomore year of high school, and you know, so we're talking about a 7-8 year span here where it's just kind of been all SC. So, you know, as much as respect and love as I have for the place, I'm ready to open the next chapter of my life and